Top 20 Strongest Genshin Impact Characters di Watch Mojo. Ok. Watch Mojo, dai.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're ranking the best characters in Genshin Impact. We'll be looking at units who deal high damage, buff and heal party members, and have longevity in Genshin's ever-expanding roster and world.
Ok, quindi una top 20 proprio su a tutto tondo, non DPS, proprio utilità, DPS, barriere, tutto. Ciao YouTube, spammino di YouTube, easy. Allora, ti giuro che se Zhongli è in top 5 impazzisco, reporto il video per terrorismo.
Number 20, Kokomi.
Cioè, posso dire che me la colloco Kokomi al 20? Perché ci sono un sacco di personaggi. Non sono sicuro cosa possa venire fuori 20. Però ci può stare. Ok? Ci può stare. Alla fine cura, taunt, può fare anche DPS con altre build, molto versatile. Dai.
As a descendant of the Sangonomiya clan and divine priestess of Watatsumi Island, Kokomi is a solid 5-star Hydro Catalyst character.
Okay.
At a young age, she's in charge of most affairs on the island. That's how you know not to underestimate her. It makes sense that someone
questo è
responsible
lore,
for
non
keeping
c'entra
so
col
many people
personaggio.
happy has one of the game's best healing abilities, to the point where she can sometimes overheal. She also has a wide-reaching elemental skill that easily applies Hydro, meaning she can act as the solitary Hydro unit on certain teams. Plus, the skill's duration can be refreshed by Elemental Burst.
Ok.
Number 19, Xingqiu.
Cosa? No, ma in che... No! Ma come Xingqiu al 19? Vabbè, com'è possibile Xingqiu al 19? Non... Xingqiu al 19? Cioè... No, chi l'ha fatta sta tier list? Watch Mojo, ti prego, se devi fare tier list di Genshin, chiama me. Per favore. Il bro ne sa. Oi oi.
The studious yet mischievous Xingqiu is a 4-star Hydro Sword character and the second son of the guild manager of the influential Feiyun Commerce Guild. The sword rain attacks of Xingqiu's elemental burst apply Hydro with every third strike, making it among the best on-field bursts. The Avid Reader's elemental skill provides multiple elemental particles, can grant additional defense, and inflict Hydro on close opponents.
Lo sta dicendo tutte le cose che fa Xingqiu. Come fai a metterlo in 19? Chiaramente non è niente contro il narratore. Il narratore è nato lo script e lui sta solo recitando la sua parte. Non è assolutamente colpa sua.
Who is striving for chivalry, Xingqiu's in-game description reads that he yearns for justice and fairness for all. But he also has a rebellious side and is sometimes at odds with his family over his commitment to the guild.
Va bene. Mica, pensavo su Cross al 18, 17, quello che... Impazzivo.
Number 18, Xiangling.
Non è una classifica questa. Non è una tier list. Non mi puoi mettere Xiangling al 18 e Xingqiu al 19. Non è possibile. Ma sta memando, ma penso di sì a sto punto. E Fischl al 17. A sto punto me l'aspetto. La classifica al contrario. Kokomi prima anche no. Però... Madò, non possono. Possiamo anche fermarci qua. No, raga, dobbiamo andare avanti. Io voglio sapere le prime posizioni. Tanto, prime posizioni saranno New Villetta, Arlecchino, Navia. Fine. Palese. Kazuha, Shilonen. Tecnicamente dovrebbe esserci anche Shilonen, perché è uscito veramente poco tempo fa questo video. Furina, ovviamente, anche. Però, diciamo, dato che è una top così... A questo punto mi aspetto che siano solo main DPS nelle prime posizioni. Ora si butta Nilo in top 10. No, Nilo in top 10... No, dai, non è possibile. Allora.
A 4-star Pyro Polearm sub-DPS character, Zhang Ling is the famous head of the Wan Min restaurant in Liyue, and she runs it with her father, Chef
Però
Ra.
ci sta tutta questa cosa di lore all'inizio, un po' così.
Oh. She's known to be
Apprezzo.
adventurous with her cooking, especially her signature heat and spice, resulting in bold flavors. Zhang Ling has significant AoE elemental burst damage, with her elemental burst Pyro Nado having powerful pyro application on foes. Even when
Esatto.
elemental burst gets
La ultimate non ha internal cooldown, l'hai detto, non può essere top 18.
swapped out, it retains its damage buffs. Zhang Ling is partnered most commonly with Bennett, as she
Giusto.
can snapshot his flat attack buff so that she can use her burst while he is also active.
Esatto. Ne sai? Oh, Izaru. Ci ho fatto un video ieri con Izaru.
Number 17, Wriothesley.
Dad's still packing up
Sono d'accordo. Per la prima volta sono d'accordo.
the stuff.
Bravi, magari era solo l'inizio.
That's all right. He has a long journey ahead after all.
Wriothesley, a 5-star Cryo Catalyst character, has one of the darkest backstories in Genshin Impact, having
Verissimo.
killed his cruel foster parents to save his adopted
No, no,
siblings.
raga, ha
For
azzeccato.
this, he was exiled to the Fortress of Meropide as a teenager, but he turned pain into power, becoming the fortress's administrator and serving in an
Mi raccomando,
aspirational
seguiteli,
role amongst his
i ragazzi di
fellow
Watch
prisoners.
Mojo, un
Wriothesley
sacco
is
bravi.
best utilized in melt or freeze teams as a main DPS.
Forse su Genshin un po'
Constant
poco
cryo
ferrati, però
usage is helpful for elemental
non
reactions
possono saper
and
tutto.
freeze. He relies on normal attacks for high, consistent damage, reducing the need to rely on burst cooldowns and his elemental skill.
Tanto
Additionally,
il problema di
Wriothesley
Risley
can
è che la
self-heal if his health
C1
falls below
è
a certain
parte del suo
threshold,
kit.
and the fact that he can ice bridge across the water makes it easy to get around.
Bene.
Number 16, Baizu.
Most of them are fine. It's just the glaze lilies.
Dai! Healer dentro, che dà anche qualche shield per l'interruzione alle... cioè per le resistenze alle interruzioni. La vedo un po' così. Sono molto come dice Nick. Però
They don't come cheap, especially not fresh ones.
non è
While
una
there
cosa
are some
sbagliata.
strong characters in Genshin Impact, there aren't many who can also brag about being a doctor. We must admit, though, if our physician had green hair, an albino snake around their shoulders, and aspirations of immortality, we'd probably feel slightly intimidated. The last thing we need is more anxiety about our medical appointments. Baizu, the guardian of Kuikui and owner of Bubu Pharmacy, is a 5-star Dendro Catalyst character utilized best as a support. Thanks to his elemental
Yes.
skill, Baizu offers substantial party healing. In addition, his burst deals
Io
off-field
più che
Dendro
altro ho
application,
paura-
and his HP scaling is beneficial
Per
to
la
both
top
his
10
Dendro
ho
buffs
paura.
and healing.
A parte che sembra un sacco Neji in questa però insomma.
Number 15, Kanich.
Kinich in 15ª posizione. Sono un po' perplesso. Allora, il fatto è uno solo, ok? Sta mettendo tutti questi personaggi, ma è una top 20. Su Genshin ci stanno 88 possibili personaggi. E sta mettendo certi un po' così. E io ho paura dei personaggi che potrebbero mancare di veramente forti.
When a
Non che
character
Kinich
has a
non lo sia,
grappling hook in his
assolutamente.
arsenal, you know you're fighting with someone
Però è una
cool.
cosa che sto-
Besides the swinging mobility,
di
Kanich is
cui sto
an
pensando,
ace
non so
with
manco
the
cui
claymore
parlare,
and an
aiuto.
athlete that other athletes aspire to. As a proud member of the Scions of the Canopy,
Poi sicuramente
exploration
con
and
l'uscita di
adventure run
Mabuika
through his
diventerà
veins. He's
molto più
capable of
forte
spins
Kinich.
and mid-air
Ci
strike attacks,
scommetto
always choosing a
quanto
practical killing
volete.
stroke over pretty battle choreography. And once he invokes the Night Soul's blessing, his power is amplified to a whole new level. With his elemental
Il fatto è che
capabilities
secondo
and top-notch
questo
agility, Kanich makes for a strong Dendro
dovresti
DPS
mettere
with great
Aleitam come
overworld
prossimo.
traversal, who's
O
incredibly
molto
fun to
vicino a
play.
lui. Ed è una cosa che non penso accadrà.
Number 14, Clorind.
We must safeguard the dignity of the court.
Ci posso stare.
And as a last resort,
In Dendro
we will
Team
do
ci
so
posso
by
assolutamente
force.
stare.
A
Aggravate
5-star
Team.
Electro sword wielder, Clorind is renowned as Fontaine's strongest champion duelist. The lightning quick damage dealer deals fast electro application with her elemental skill and elemental burst, making her an excellent electro applicator on field. Her augmented elemental skill allows her to choose between remaining in place or swerving across the battlefield,
Il
making
fatto
for
è
a quick
che
and unpredictable
ci stanno veramente un sacco di
With Corrin, access
personaggi.
is gained to healers
Io
who
sto
are able to
con
counterbalance the duelist bond of life acquisition.
con la mente nella
This allows
top
her to
tipo
deal
5.
augmented normal attacks in rapid succession,
Preparatevi.
all while staying stationary. Corrin can also self-heal using Impale the Knight, which provides her with spectacular self-sustain while running 3 buffers with only a tiny amount of risk.
Where evil lurks.
Trailer di
shoot on
Chlorind.
sight.
Mamma mia, Pippo durissimo.
Number 13, Hu Tao.
Come with me. I'm Hu Tao, Wangsheng Funeral Parlor Director. Let me help you cross over.
As the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor Director, it's this woman's business to put people in the ground. But given she's one of the most potent pyro characters, it's more likely she's cremating her enemies. Her character is entirely focused on those high destruction numbers, making her one of the most effective boss killers in Genshin Impact. What she lacks in diverse AoE abilities, she makes up for with stupidly lofty damage. But you have to be careful
Ho la
as her
bocca
elemental skill drains her HP to deal out those
cucita.
big numbers. She also buffs her team members' crit rate and increases her own pyro damage the lower her health gets. Imagine being so powerful that you have to be careful not to destroy yourself.
Adventures are our VIP.
Dai.
After all, we even have coupons for you.
Number 12, Shilonen.
Time for a test drive.
Top 12 Shilonen! Aspetta! No, dai! Non è possibile! No! Sta classifica l'ha fatta Paperino! No! Top 12! Allora, ci sta Ottawa al 13, va bene! Ok! Un colpo al cuore, ma ok! Ma Shilonen al 12!
Shilonen knows how to come prepared for a fight, and she's got the artifact set to back that up. Her arsenal allows for
Cristo,
plenty
no,
of build
mettere
options, and she
Shilonen
comes
al
with formidable
12
rapid
è...
strike and forward kick abilities,
A questo
and she
punto
does
io
it
mi
all
aspetto
on the
qualsiasi
rollerblades.
cosa.
Aside from that, Shilonen works great as a healer, but her real power is in her elemental skill that massively buffs your team's elemental damage by shredding enemies' elemental resistance. This makes her one of the best support characters to date and an asset to any team she's a part of. Strong, sexy, well-equipped, and fun, Shilonen is one of Genshin's newest
Strong,
characters,
sexy,
and
and
she's already making
well-equipped.
a massive impact. Pun intended.
That's for the best. Better lost in the heat of battle.
Il fatto è, chi metti sopra Shilonen ora?
Number 11, Yelan.
No.
Gotcha.
È forte Shilonen?
Mystifying, bow-wielding, intelligence agent
Shelian,
Yelan
scusatemi,
is a
non sto
5-star
capendo più
hydro
niente, mi
character
sta
who
veramente
alleges to work
distruggendo
for
i
the Ministry of
neuroni.
Civil Affairs. In spite of the fact
Ma
that
non
she's
puoi
not on
metterla
her
a
list,
undicesima,
this isn't
non
the only
puoi.
questionable profession, as she also claims to provide her
Dite
services
quello
to
che volete,
Genshin
ma sta
Tea
più in
House,
basso.
but we see right through her
Dite
disguise.
quello che
There's no
volete.
mistaking this incredible sub-DPS character whose talents are of great help when your main DPS characters are experiencing
Cioè, è
downtime.
più in
She's
basso
great for
rispetto a
overworld
come sta facendo la
exploration with her
classifica.
stealth-running elemental skill, and her elemental burst is able to increase the damage of an active character
Non
by
puoi.
firing hydro attacks in tandem with them.
話がつ終わりで撤収痛がっちゃいないの
Number 10, Mualani.
Cioè, posso stare. Anche qua, personaggio che sicuramente
Mualani
verrà
is a 5-star
baffato da
Hydro Catalyst
Mavuika.
character and the proud owner of a water
Still.
sports shop for the people of the Springs. With the proper setup and timing, she's one of the greatest single-target nukes in Genshin Impact. Sharky Bite allows her to mark
Questo va
foes while
bene.
dishing out increasing
Non
damage
sopra
based on the number of
Shilonen,
marks.
ma questo va
Mualani
bene,
has
secondo me.
front-loaded damage, which means she's a great option for elemental reactions such as Vaporize. The source of her damage comes from Mualani's own HP, which can be stacked effortlessly with
Ah,
weapons,
bello
artifacts, and level.
questo...
Or even
Questo
Hydro
gameplay di
Resonance.
chi è?
Another benefit to using the character is
Spicy.
her elemental skill, which allows her to travel through water easily.
Ok.
Shortcut.
Che psichedelica sta cosa.
Ready to land. Here we are.
Number 9, Raiden Shogun.
C0?
Mortal joys and
Ci sto.
wonders. And sees a world
Mi sta bene.
in impermanence.
Given that several playable characters are vessels of gods in Genshin Impact's universe, you won't be surprised that there are a couple on this list. Raiden Shogun is the vessel of Beelzebub, the Electro Archon and
Allora
God
mancano
Returner.
New
He's
Villette,
eternally badass.
Navia,
With a high
Aletam,
energy recharge rate,
Furina,
passive electro damage,
Nahida,
and some excellent buff chain opportunities, Raiden is a viable main DPS.
Arlecchino.
But as you acquire some characters higher on this list, she
manca
quickly
ancora?
swaps into a significant sub-DPS support role.
Oh,
Paired
vi
with the
giuro
right
che
fighters,
se vedo
Raiden
Linei
greatly
in
increases
top
energy
8
regen and elemental
reporto il
burst
video
damage
3
and
volte.
If you
Mi faccio un
work
altro
your
account per
combinations
reportarlo.
right, Raiden fills a slot on
No, no, no,
your
no.
nicely.
Bennett manca. Manca un sacco di
Number
gente.
8, I'll hide them.
The mountains. And the birds.
Aletam numero 8.
Conflict.
Un po'...
Peace.
A Dendro sword user from Sumeru, Alhaitham is a mighty damage dealer and flexible character who can
Non lo
execute
so.
every Dendro-related reaction on field.
Non
As a
ne
member
sono
of the
pienamente
Harabatat of the
sicuro,
Sumeru
avvocato.
Academia, he's in charge of recording their discoveries as well as planning ordinances.
Il fatto è che ne mancano
The
di forti di
Academia's scholars are
personaggi,
puzzled by
ne
Alhaitham's
mancano.
disinclination
Quindi è
to seek greater
possibilissimo
power, which would seem to clash with his
che i prossimi
considerable
siano
ego.
tutti top.
He's been known to fight with others often
Vediamo.
due to a worldview that puts a great deal of importance on truth and rationality. Those who do clash with him should beware, as this character is capable of dealing considerable single and multi-target damage with speedy Dendro
Vi
application.
immaginate che
I
mo
knew we
compara
shouldn't
anche una
have
mia
brought this up with
clip?
you. I thought my answer was quite engrossing.
Number 7, Zhongli.
Ma vattene a piander!
Gods and monsters. Yet I cannot watch the common folk suffer.
As the game's updates hit the servers,
Signori,
the Element saw one of the most
cos'è questo, top
significant
6?
buffs. And of course,
Top
what
5,
kind of
Eula,
user would you
palese.
pick to have in your party?
100%.
Geo Archon himself, Zhongli. While he might have some relatively low
No,
regular
raga.
attack numbers,
Che-
he won't be
che-
short on
che-
Geo to
che-
deal
che
out
tier list
excellent
è?
stackable abilities, petrifying enemies with elemental burst while creating shields to buff your HP.
Top 7,
plus
ok.
draining elemental energy off his enemies so he
Bene.
can repeatedly deal damage
No,
over
no,
a
no,
huge
no, no,
area.
no, 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 no.
Damn, Zhongli. What other tricks are you hiding in that long coat?
Ora ho paura per i prossimi. Palese non c'è
Number
Furina
6,
tipo.
Bennett.
Bennett numero 6, dai. Me la collo.
Let's light it up!
Contando tutti i PG che mancano, me la collo.
Bennett, the only Benny's Advanced member, is an extraordinarily flexible 4-star character who can easily fit into
Comunque
any team
Bennett al
composition.
cerchio.
The Pyro Sword user was
Tocca
once
che
an
stai là
abandoned orphan
dentro.
brought up in Mondstadt's
Ok.
Adventurers Guild after an old
Manca.
adventurer found him. All that adventuring must have paid
Fisher
off
l'ha
because it's made
fatta,
Benny
raga.
into the powerful character
Non
he
mi
is now.
pare.
Benny has one of the best attack buffers
Fisher
in
ci
Genshin
sarà?
Impact,
Ok, non
which
l'ha
also
ancora
yields
messa.
Fast and cheap energy plus healing. He also gathers
Il fatto è
considerable
che
damage with his
mancano
elemental
troppi
skill,
personaggi.
which is a low cooldown period that makes it possible
Ne
to
mancano
spam
davvero
elemental
troppi.
burst.
Di forti.
It's gonna hurt in the morning. Yeah, let's light it up!
Vediamo.
Number 5, Nahida.
Sono d'accordo.
It was my birthday.
Allora, i top 5.
After being confined
Mancano
within the sanctuary of
Arlecchino,
Sulisfana for an
New
extended
Villette,
period of time, Nahida,
Navia,
also known as Lesser Lord
Fischl,
Kusanali, is free
Furina,
at last, and she's a force to be reckoned with. The 5-star Dendro Catalyst character is the best
E
Dendro
sicuramente
applicator
ancora qualcuno
and, as a
manca.
sub-DPS,
Kazuha?
deals considerable damage, particularly with C2. She converts elemental mastery into crit
Non lo
rate
so.
and damage, which makes her highly versatile.
A
and
Sucroso ormai non
able
c'è
to
più.
act in dual roles as both a support and damage dealer. Nahida's elemental skill is length.
Ora mette
only a
Nilo.
minor amount of
Palese.
and a mark that
Top
can
4
definitely
Nilo.
apply to a foe following team rotations. It also lets her more easily gather materials in the overworld.
A sto
Active
punto
characters
Navia non la
who are within her
mettono. No, ma
elemental
ti
burst
pare
are
che non
granted a
mettono Navia?
massive elemental mastery
Non
bonus,
possono non mettere
raising
Navia.
the efficacy of a team's Dendro
Piuttosto non
reactions.
mettono Fischl. Allora. Top 4. Sono tutto un fremito.
Number 4, Furina.
Are you and I the audience? Or characters on the stage?
Un po' più alta Furina, secondo me.
Best utilized in a support role, the complex
Secondo
Furina
me.
de Fontaine is a
Poi,
5-star Hydro Sword
voi che
character
ne
who has
pensate?
been praised for her mental fortitude. While we first met her as the Hydro Archon, she was later revealed to not be the truth. Now, freed from the curse of immortality,
ne
she
mancano
lives a
ancora
more humble life as an artistic consultant and actor. In her Usia form, Furina has solid damage,
New Villette
and
1.
elemental skill that can be refreshed over and over.
Arlecchino Navia? Non mette Kazuha? Non può non mettere New Villette, sennò è scam. Non può non mettere Navia, non può non mettere Arlecchino. Fischl ormai abbiamo capito che tier list è.
Number 3, Arlecchino.
Ok. Perlomeno non l'ha pronunciata
Head of the House
Recino.
of the Hearth and fourth of the 11 Fatui
È già un passo
Harbingers,
avanti.
Arlecchino, codenamed the Knave, is a 5-star pyro polearm character best utilized as a main DPS. Father, as she is called by the members of the house, who she in turn calls her children, is a self-sufficient
Non ce la
character who
posso
can be
fare.
paired with a shielder or a team with 3 buffers.
Abbiamo
She
la
allows
top
for
2.
simple character building due to the extremely high
Chat,
raw
guess.
speed and many buffs that are
Chi ci sta in top
included
2?
kit. This, plus her simple low
Chi sta in top
downtime
1 e
combo
chi sta in
with
top
steady
2?
DPS makes dispatching
Chi
enemies
indovina vince il VIP. Kazuha primo, Neuvillette secondo.
Number 2, Kazuha.
And the last line.
Allora, ci sta, per carità.
There's one wandering
Il fatto è
samurai
che non
on
puoi
your team.
mettermi Kazuha al 2
Kazuha is certainly
e Shilonen
twice as
al 12. Non
Upon his
puoi.
release, Kazuha quickly
Non
became
puoi.
the most desirable
Molto
damage dealing
semplicemente
animal
non
party
puoi.
member. He can basically do
Il
what
fatto
Denji
è
can,
l'uno
but more
è
affordably,
Neuvillette,
efficiently controlling crowds
Navia,
with his spammable elemental skill.
Official.
On top of practically being a battery
Il fatto
for
è
energy
che
recharge, his passive swirl
non
damage as a sub DPS
mettendo-
also makes him an excellent support character.
Cioè, ne hai uno.
So, when you're trying to
O fa
maximize
tipo
damage on
honorable
DPS
mentions,
teams, Kazuha will
che
always
non
be
avrebbe
one of
manco
the
troppo
best
senso.
contenders.
Ho paura. Ora mette Eula completamente a caso.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to
Ho
our
visto uno
channel,
spadone.
hit the
Mi
bell
sono
to be
sentito
notified
veramente
for our
male.
videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone,
Ok.
make sure to go into
Il
your
primo è
settings
linei,
and
no,
switch
te
on
prego.
notifications. Number
Vediamo.
1, Neuvillette.
I neither
Okay.
know why I was born in this form, nor do I understand
È giusto,
where
eh.
my long life
È
should
giusto.
take me.
A Hydro main DPS
Più o
character
meno.
best built using charged attacks, 5-star Catalyst user
È giusto
Neuvillette
che lui
is
sia
the
così in
leader
alto.
of the Marchessault
Il
Phantom
fatto
and
è-
the Ludex of Fontaine. He's a recluse in the eyes
Navia,
of the public and appears quite disconnected
Fischl
from human emotion. This
e
aloofness
tutte
would make
quelle
sense
cose un
because while
po',
he may be
diciamo,
human, Neuvillette is
messe
the
a
Hydro
caso.
Dragon Sovereign in reality.
Pensavo a
His charged
Sucrose,
attacks
mi è
have
venuto un
high scaling and
infarto.
fast tick rate, which means they can potentially deal
Oi, oi.
significant damage. Adding to his mobility in battle, Neuvillette hovers while casting his charge
È
attack.
l'unico giusto,
Let
più o
the mighty
meno.
be humbled.
Io avrei messo prima Furina e poi Neuvillette.
Who's your favorite character in Genshin
Pensavo
Impact? Let us
peggio
know
sta
down in the
tier
comments.
list. Bro! L'unico modo per far peggio in questa tier list è, non lo so, metterci dentro linei, veramente. Pareri su questa tier list. Secondo me, allora, 1 Furina, 2 Shilonen, 3 Kazuha. Ma solo per, tipo, cons a quel punto. Perché alla fine Shilonen hai i buff e debuff sono più o meno sempre quelli a C0 e anche le armi fanno molto. Il fatto è che Kazuha ha diverse utilità come il grouping e il danno personale, mentre Shilonen cura, quindi sono due personaggi molto simili, per quanto la gente non lo voglia accettare, che sono entrambi molto forti ma utilizzabili in contesti molto diversi. Più che altro non avrei mai messo Vriok ma Navia. Il fatto che manchi Navia secondo me è allucinante.